Good morning and welcome to a historic day for the University of Nebraska, not only for the Kearney campus, but the University of Nebraska Medical Center campus. My name is Doug Christensen. I'm the chancellor here at the University of Nebraska at Kearney, and this is a celebration that so many of us have waited a long, long time for. Raise your hand if you were here last April. Okay? Look at all these people. Look at this. No coats this morning. Remember that groundbreaking right back behind you, about where that golf cart is behind you? The tent, it was snowing, and for just a few hours the snow stopped. The sun came out just long enough for us to break ground. It was so bad that Jim Cantori was here from the Weather Channel. We were all crowded under that tent, and we thought that was a great day, and it was, but it's nothing like today. And I think that there's somebody somewhere saying to us, the people of Kearney and of Nebraska and the university system, they need a nice day to celebrate this new beginning of a brand new building, and that's what we have this morning. This building is beautiful. We're very lucky. And for those of you who are watching online, it's a great day here, but we're really glad that you're going to join us online. And as I look out over the crowd, several hundred people, well, more than several hundred people are here to celebrate with us today, and the great pride that we have with the Health Science Education Complex. I can't believe that today's happened. All the hard work, the dreams. Charlie Bisek, I know you're out there somewhere. Charlie, when we started, there you go, he's got my back as usual. That first day when I walked into your office and said, they're probably going to fire us. This is the craziest idea we've ever had. They still might, but the collaboration for the Health Science Complex has begun. Can you believe it? It's tremendous. And it's now a reality, this spectacular facility. In a few minutes, we're going to cut the ribbon, and we invite you to come in and see the building and see why we're so excited to have this start. This is a historic start for all of us. And ribbon cuttings mark the beginnings, and they also mark the ends of construction projects, but today's just the beginning. And so the challenge will now, for the next generations, to make this work for all Nebraskans. We're thrilled to have you come and touch and feel and see the spirit of the building, and it represents so much more than this beautiful brick and glass and chrome. It represents a true partnership where both the Medical Center and the UNK campus, we could have not done this on our own. But together, we've produced a tremendous product. And there are so many people who are to credit. And we want to recognize some of those people this morning, but there are so many more. And so I think that as we go on from today, we want to remember that it was a great team effort to make this project successful. First of all, I want to thank my great friend and colleague, Chancellor Jeff Gold, who's with us today. Jeff's sitting here in the front row. Yes, you can. You can cheer for him. He also has representatives from his administrative team that's made all this happen. Dr. Julianne Sebastian, the Dean of the College of Nursing. Julianne's right here in the front. Thank you, Julie. Dr. Kyle Meyer, now the first Dean of the College of Allied Health. That's great. We also have Brian Hastings, the President and CEO of the Nebraska Foundation. Brian, thank you for being with us this morning. He's back behind over here a little bit. But we also have a group of policymakers with us this morning who are responsible for the inspiration, the encouragement, and I think really the guiding light for us to embark on projects like that, and that's our Board of Regents. People who serve without pay, who serve with tremendous dedication to the state and to the university. And we have 4 regents with us this morning. I'd like you to meet them, and would you please stand as I introduce you, or wave. Kent Schroeder from Kearney, Tim Clare from Lincoln, Bob Whitehouse of Papillion, and Bob Ferris of North Platte, as well as our UNMC student regent, Andrew Shaw. Would you please thank these gentlemen? We're so excited we have a new president at the university. And there's a great sense of momentum at the university with a new leader. And we're thrilled to have him here. He's been here a number of times already in his short presidency. But I must tell you, he's been a tremendous inspiration, encouragement, and the guidance that Dr. Hank Bounds has given us. I'd like you all to say and welcome Hank Bounds this morning. President Bounds. He's going to get a chance to speak to you in a little bit. I also want to acknowledge the help and support of former Chancellor, UNMC Chancellor Hal Moore. When Dr. Moore and I first started to talk about the positive things of this collaboration, it was interesting. Chancellor Moore became a champion, and I want to publicly thank him for all the work he did and much of the background work to begin this great project. We're excited this morning to have with us the Lieutenant Governor of the state of Nebraska, Mr. Mike Foley. Governor, thank you for being here this morning. Thank you for your service to the state. Please convey our appreciation to Governor Ricketts as well for taking time out from your busy schedule to be with us today. Peggy King is also here representing Senator Deb Fisher this morning. Peggy is here somewhere. Thank you very much. Ryan Booker is also here representing Senator Ben Sass. Ryan's back. There he is, right over here. And, of course, Alex Stratman representing the office of Congressman Adrian Smith. It is, where are you, Ryan? There, Alex, there you are. Very good. How impressive is it to have the entire congressional staff represented this morning? Please tell your elected officials how appreciative we really are. There's another group of officials that need to be thanked, and that's our state senators. Without their support, without their vision and their priority, building a healthier Nebraska initiative in 2012 would have never occurred. Speaker of the legislature, Galen Hadley, couldn't be with us today. Galen introduced the bill that made all of Healthier Nebraska possible. I think we need to talk to him about his great efforts, and I hope you express your gratitude towards him for all of his work. Heath Mello, chairman of the Appropriations Committee, was an early champion and deserves special recognition as well. We appreciate all of their work, and our legislators really do care about what happens to the state of Nebraska. I want them to know that we gave them a great round of appreciation. Please join me. Someone who's at absolutely every event that we have in the city of Kearney is our great mayor, Stan Klaus. Stan, where are you? Yeah, there he is, back over here. Stan, we hope that this becomes something you can talk about to every person you run into. This entire area. We got members of the city council as well, Randy Bushcutter, Jonathan Nicola. Thank you both for being here. We appreciate your support and hope that you can enjoy this building for many years to come as a city. We have a number of donors who were here last night. You'll see their names throughout the building on labs, on classrooms, on common areas, and without their generous support, this building would have not been possible. Mike Schneiders is the president and CEO of CHI Good Samaritan Health. Mike is here today. It was your lead gift that helped start the fundraising project, and we'll never forget that. Thank you so much in more than a million ways. Many others have made generous financial investments in this dream, and particularly in the future of rural health. And in one, I want to point out Ruth Scott. Ruth, it's a tremendous honor to have you here today. Know that you've done a wonderful thing by helping to fund this building. You've done it for so many of the university campuses, and your vision for Nebraska is incredible and it's inspiring. Thank you very much. A few of the organizations and individuals who have contributed, I'd like to recognize them this morning. We had a nice ceremony last night for them, but the Minute Exchange Bank, the Ty family, in honor of Gloria Ty, I know they are here. Please raise your hands as we do this. Where's the Ty family? There's. Sorry, Tom, you're kind of a, yeah, no. The First National Bank. Many of you know them as Platte Valley State Bank, but the First National Bank of Omaha, the Lordson family, thank you very much for your contributions. Phelps Memorial Health Center, CHI Health St. Francis, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Nebraska, our own Kearney Clinic, Wayne and Virginia McKinney, I know they're here this morning. Raise your hands. Thank you so much. The Ron and Carol Cope Foundation, Paul and Linda Eunice. Paul and Linda this morning, they were here last night. Back there in the back. Paul, thank you. John and Sharon Martin. I know the Martins are here somewhere this morning. Thank you so much. And Jim and Faye Rasmussen from Ravenna. Thank you very, very much for your generous contributions to this project. Each and every one of you deserve our thank you. Ceremonies like this are important because it gives us a chance to stop and to pause and to mark a point in history. And it will be pictures, it will be your faces. I hope you all remember, I was there for the dedication of that building. And so we need to get started with the actual dedication, and we'll do that at this point in time. It's my pleasure to introduce again and invite to the podium the President of the University of Nebraska, Dr. Hank Bounds.
Well, good morning. What a wonderful day, Mayor, for the city of Kearney, but what a great day for the state of Nebraska. This facility is really about building a healthier Nebraska, and I'm so excited to be a part of it. I'm thrilled to have the opportunity to lead one of America's great universities, one of America's great public universities, and we are really great when we act like a university, when we collaborate. So just a couple of points. This, Jeff, Doug, may be the largest collaborative effort in the history of the university. I think it's probably safe to say it's not just about the building, it's all of the things that will occur inside and out in the communities. And that is such a great piece of information for the future of our state. I also want you to know that this may be the most technologically advanced medical training facility in America. It may not be the most advanced, but we're pretty close. We're in the top 2 or 3 anyway. So what a great day for Kearney. What a great day for the University of Nebraska. Thank you all for being here. You all played some role in getting us to this day. I'm sort of like a proud dad up here. We have what a great new addition to our wonderful university. Thank you for being here. Doug? Great.
Thank you, President Bounds. My colleague, Dr. Jeff Gold, Chancellor of the University of Nebraska Medical Center. Jeff, would you please come forward? Dr. Jeff Gold.
Well, what a great day it is. Thank you all for being here and for participating in this process. I, too, remember a little over a year ago on that cold, snowy day that out in the field under the white tent, we broke the ground for this. It was actually my very first visit to Kearney. And wow, what an impression it made, and look where we are today. You know, I reflect on the mission of UNMC. UNMC's mission is to lead the world in transforming lives for a healthier future. And this project really demonstrates all components of the mission, because we lead the world through education, creating healthcare workforce. We lead the world through research by making sure we identify the cures to the diseases of today and the prevention and screening for the diseases of tomorrow. We lead the world through clinical care by making sure that patients and families always have a place, a phone number to call, a place that they know that if they need to, they can get that care. But today epitomizes yet another way that I think we, the University of Nebraska system, lead the world, and that's through partnerships, through collaboration, through teamwork. So it should be obvious to all that this beautiful building represents a phenomenal collaboration between architects and those who constructed it. It represents a wonderful collaboration between the taxpayers and the legislature of the state of Nebraska and the private business communities and philanthropists who made this happen. It represents collaboration among and between the great campuses of the University of Nebraska. It represents collaboration between rural and urban needs for a healthcare workforce and healthcare delivery. It represents collaboration among and between the health professions. We should not take it for granted that physicians and nurses and pharmacists and allied health professionals have always been educated and trained and worked side by side in their educational years, because we know that's how they're going to practice. And most importantly, it represents a collaboration across the state of Nebraska. You know, when I first came here about 18 months ago, people told me about Nebraska nice, and I thought I really understood it, but it's days like today that really make it so special. It's days like today that we have a virtual and a real example of that collaboration. And then finally, this is collaboration between the university and the educational programs and the community. And that extends to so many different levels. Classroom education is a thing of the past. We teach in collaboration with hospitals and clinics, emergency rooms and operating rooms, where students stand side by side with highly experienced practitioners of the day, be they nurses, physicians, pharmacists, allied health professionals, dentists, and others, and they learn not only about the technical aspects of the delivery of health care, but they learn about the humanistic aspects, the altruistic aspects that is so important to what we do. So I'll leave you with one thought. Abraham Lincoln said, and I think it's so true, that the only way to see the future is to build it. Today we celebrate together the building of our future. Thank you, and thank you so much for all of you for being here.
Thank you, Dr. Gold. I would like to welcome to the podium our own Charlie Bisek, Senior Vice Chancellor for Academic and Student Affairs. He has been UNK's primary liaison with the University of Nebraska Medical Center in setting a vision, planning this partnership, and making sure that this is a reality. He's truly been our champion for this project, Dr. Charlie Bisek. Charlie?
Thank you, Chancellor. What a wonderful day. Tremendous day. You know, for me, it's a true privilege and an honor to represent all those who are so important, so central to the success of the health science education complex, the collaboration result that you see here today. Frankly, it's a humbling experience. It reminds me of how very little is accomplished individually on one's own, and how much is accomplished in working together. And in fact, indeed, that's a theme in life in general. It takes a team to successfully accomplish those things that lead to this sort of initiative. I'd like to take a few minutes to thank some of those folks. Of course, that begins with my colleagues and good friends at the University of Nebraska Medical Center, my good friends Dean Kyle Meyer, Dean of the College of Allied Health Professions, and Dean Julie Sebastian, Dean of the College of Nursing. The spirit of partnership, as it serves the greater good of students on both campuses, and indeed the greater good of the state of Nebraska, is embodied in the leadership of these two. Kyle and Julie, thank you so much. I know that Julie and Kyle will comment on those in UNMC who have been on the ground and critical to the success of the project. So what I'd like to do is just take a few minutes to thank those here on the University of Nebraska Kearney campus who have meant so much to this project. And they include faculty in our natural sciences, Drs. Janet Steele and Julie Schaefer. It includes Dr. Kenya Taylor, Associate Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs and Dean of Graduate Studies, Alan Wadey, our campus architect, Lee McQueen, Director of Facilities, Michael Kramers, Construction Project Manager, Jane Sheldon, who is the current Assistant Vice Chancellor for Business and Finance, John Lakey, who preceded her, recently retired, was so important in this endeavor as well. All these folks on the ground here have been so important to us. You know, this project represents a wonderful opportunity for university students in rural areas of Nebraska to continue their medical professional education right here in Kearney. This building and the academic programs that will be delivered are a University of Nebraska system installment, a first installment in enhancing quality health care. It's the tip of a very positive iceberg. The beneficiaries, of course, are the citizens of the state of Nebraska. Finally, I'd like to thank Chancellors Christensen and Gold, President Bounds. Without your truly visionary leadership to take a concept to reality, we wouldn't be here today. That's what has brought us here today. We look forward to the future. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Charlie. We appreciate all that you've done. Kyle and Julie, thank you very much for your hard work as well. There are many more people who deserve recognition today, and I'd like to introduce them because of the part they've played in this project. So I'm going to start from the very beginning, from the dream. We originally had this in the basement of Bruner Hall with a kettle of fish to do some of this training. We've gone from that to this wonderful facility, due in large part to our good friends at RDG Planning and Design, the architect, Joe Lang, who worked very hard on this project, along with David Streben, Neil Bourne, Alicia Resha. Would you please raise your hands and receive our recognition and thanks? I understand that this building is getting national recognition, Joe, and deservedly so. Thank you for all of your hard work. The lead contractor was Houseman Construction, with Joey Houseman and his team, Dan Clement, Pat Jones, Aaron Abramson, and Matt Schnitt. I know that some of them are all here this morning. What a tremendous construction effort this was, on time, under budget, and you deserve our appreciation and recognition at that time. Would you all raise your hands, please? I'd like to echo Charlie's comments and share my appreciation also with our Vice Chancellor for Business and Finance, Barbara Johnson, and particularly Lee McQueen, Alan Wadey, and Michael Krimmers, who really have made this project work on our campus. We have so many. You can clap for them, sure. This started at the legislative arena, where we took an idea and a concept. The Board of Regents allowed us to dream a little bit and take this project forward. And there are many, many healthcare professionals who joined us in that legislative effort. They're health partners from not only here in Kearney, but the region in central and western Nebraska. Over the last 3 years, they've provided us with political support. They've provided us with encouragement. They've given us input on what needs to happen in this building and how we ought to work together. So if there's anyone here who's a physician, a nurse, an allied health professional, or an administrator for any of our health care programs in this area, would you please raise your hand and receive our appreciation? Thank you so much. I know it's warm and I'm in the shade, but it's time to cut the ribbon. And so I'm going to ask a representative from Houseman Construction, Charlie, President Bounds, Chancellor Gold, would you all please come forward? Julie and Joe Lang, would you please join us? Andrew, would you please come? I'm going to ask for them to hold the ribbon. All right, we're going to meet down here in front. Oh, I'm over here, okay. So we're going to hold this ribbon. Matt's going to... Kelly's going to get us the... All right, on behalf of the University of Nebraska, welcome the Health Science Education Complex.
Get yours? There you go. That's yours. I'll slice it up.
Thank you all so much for being here this morning. We really appreciate everything you've done to the people of the city of Kearney. I also saw City Councilman Bob Lammers here, and thank you, Bob, for being here this morning as well. We hope that the city of Kearney is as proud of this building as we are. We think it'll make a great community. The university is pledged to make this work, and we appreciate your cooperation with all the other projects we have. Please come take a look at our building. It's now open for business. We're adjourned.